Hello, my Leo friends. How are we doing out there today? I just wanted you guys to know, I hope everyone had a very happy Halloween. I had all intents purposes to do your video 2 days ago, but I tried recording 3 times, and there was something wrong with my camera. It kept stopping. I did a reading with my Leo friend, with a friend of mine here that was sitting with me. She's a Leo, and it's funny because the cards keep coming out similar for you guys. I feel like there's a message that you guys are hesitating on going into this new phase, that you guys are gearing up to go into a new phase of your life, a new chapter, and there's something that you're not letting go. There's feelings that you're not addressing. You guys are kind of putting on a happy face for other people right now, possibly, and I feel like it's funny because as I've said, this is now the 4th time I've tried to do the reading for you guys, and the camera keeps cutting out on me. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. So I did lay some cards down before I turned the camera on, but it doesn't matter because you guys keep getting the same things anyway. It's rather funny, and that's the theme that I'm getting for you, Leos, this November 2017, is that you guys there's something that's holding you back, and I don't want, this has jumped out a couple times too, so it's obviously a message for you guys today, ancestors and generations. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the last 2 cards down, and then we'll go through them. I know it's a little different than I usually do, and I have massive poison ivy all over my face and arms, so hence the different camera angle today. Okay, Leo. This is what you should stop pursuing. Okay? And what does Leo need to seek? November 2017. What does Leo need to seek? I'm going to address the 2 jumpers first. I usually don't do that, but so I need to seek. Interesting. That's kind of weird. Hey, baby. Hi, pause. So, as I was saying, there's 2 jumpers for you guys, and I feel like this has been a common theme anyway, about you guys putting on a brave face for other people and holding them back on your feelings, because you guys are getting a lot of the same similar cards that I've pulled like 3 times in a row now for you. The 2 jumpers you got this morning were iceberg, which is submerged, and that's precisely what I was just saying. It's about talking about hiding what you're feeling, but eventually it's gonna surface no matter what you do about it, no matter how hard you try. And ancestors jumped out of the deck 3 times while I was just shuffling now. It's different from the other day, but it's obviously a message that someone needs to hear out there. So we'll start with the ancestors, and that's the key. The key word is generations on that. This is why it takes so long, because I don't know the deck. Okay, so for the jumper, you have within you the blood of your ancestors. You are deeply connected to your lineage, the most intimate proof of being the physical resemblance. You have your mother and father and perhaps your grandparents. Yet beyond that, although unknown to your usual senses, you are connected to an ancestry that reaches back through the millennia. This is a time to call upon those ancestors, those who are in your bloodline, as well as the ancient ones who have walked on the land that you now walk. In many indigenous cultures, it is believed that the essence of your ancestors inhabited many of the physical aspects of the land. In other words, they're in the trees, the water, the air, the animals, the stones, and their blood is the very dirt and sand that you tread on. Next time you're outside, allow your senses to open to those ancestors who abide in the physical world. And at any time at all, allow your heart to open to those spirits to whom you are related to through your heredity, and those to whom you are connected by virtue of the land upon you live. So that's kind of like the same vibe as like the communion card I was pulling for you guys a lot. It's about going outside and like, oh, and I just opened up to the next chapter. It's about realizing that when we breathe in and out, that is part of our life force, our prana, our chi, whatever you want to call it, and that everything around us, whether it is alive or inanimate, we all share that life force, and it's about connecting to that part of the earth. Ari, don't pick up the key like that.
Pick up the key and bring it.
Don't bring. Okay, so again, Iceberg was the other jumper, and this has been a consistent card that I've pulled for the Leos for November this year, along with New Moon, Waterfall, and Rainbow. So there's definitely a common thread in these 4 cards and a message that I think a lot of Leos may need to hear right now. Iceberg represents this. Whatever. Yes, I do. Whatever you suppress or deny and attempt to keep out of your conscious awareness will show up somewhere somehow. These are your shadow aspects. At one time, you put them out of your conscious for a good reason, yet they remain contained by shame or guilt. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others as they mirror those that are denied or suppressed parts of yourself, and may even be harshly judged by the characteristics when they are exhibited. So basically, like some people, I call it projecting on people, like you'll act a certain way or you'll do something, you'll be like, oh, so-and-so's does this, but it's actually something that you're doing, but you are either like kind of unaware of it or don't want to be aware that you have the same characteristics, like talking behind people's backs or things like that. Now is the time to let these elements surface and embrace them. They may make up some sort of self-expression, a secret dream that you wish to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or accept. Ari, please. Whatever you have submerged deep inside of you, this is your opportunity to pay attention to those things and welcome them to the family called you. All right, please stop. So, something that Leos need to take a closer look at this November is I pulled New Moon and Promise for you. So this, I believe, speaks of a new chapter in your life, which is, again, I said, been an ongoing theme for the Leos. It seems like you guys are coming out of a certain cycle and going into another one. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So, this is something that Leo needs to take a closer look at, which is New Moon or Promise. Can't really see it, but I'm not gonna. Oh my God, I don't want my face to show. It's so bad. Is that light? Above us. There we go. That's better. This is the time to launch a new project, a new relationship, or renew something that has been put aside for a later date. With your intention and your willingness to allow a full cycle to complete itself, that for which you have the desire to manifest. That the seed of that idea is ready to emerge from the darkness of your subconscious into your full awareness. The next step is to put into action what is required to fully realize this idea. A promise has 2 meanings. It can be a commitment and a guarantee to yourself or someone else that a particular thing will happen, or it can imply that something specific is expected to happen. When you align your will of spirit with the intention that is focused upon that what you have wished to happen, there will be fulfillment and the promise is kept. So, Leo, like I've been saying, you guys are something, whether it's changing a new job, a place to live, going to a new relationship, you guys, I think, are like, there's something stunting your process and moving into this next phase. And the cards are telling you guys it's going to school. Yeah, going to school, picking a different career. Like the cards are telling you to go for it. That something is lacking. I feel like saying, and that there needs to be some sort of change. This is something that Leo need not worry about.
It's going to help, I think.
Yeah, which is Waterfall, effortless. This is something that Leos do not need to worry about in November 2017. You've come to the edge of your comfort zone, like I said, and are fighting to resist moving past the perceived precipice of who you are, how you can be, and what you can do. Spirit is asking you to step beyond that edge and allow yourself to do so with ease rather than struggle. Don't fight the change, Leo. I know it's really hard for it to hear for you guys, I'm sure, but you kind of got to be a little more fluid and go with the flow at this point. Spirit is asking you to step past your comfort zone and don't struggle. Yet at times, physical exertion is necessary, but when performed with fluidity and grace, even a task that seems daunting, you'll find that the movement moves you effortlessly. Approach the present situation or relationship with awareness and grace. Do not try to make it effortless. That just makes more strain. The key word is to allow. This is not the time to fight, but surrender to the will of Spirit, and you're being asked to let go completely and tumble into the dark of... Oh, even if you're being asked to let go completely and tumble into the darkness of creation itself. You will find the waters there to be ultimately still and calm. Keep your focus on your solar plexus and your breath, breathing through any tension. That is something that keeps coming up with the Leo reading too, is that you guys need to be more conscious of your breath and your breathing, and take when things are getting really anxious and crazy, just to step back, maybe remove yourself from the situation and take a deep breath. The next chart is what does Leo need to be aware of, and it says it from a danger standpoint, and I think I can understand how this would be a dangerous standpoint, because this is a Milky Way perspective speak of like a way of thinking, and like a old outdated way of thinking that you guys could probably use to not use, that you guys could probably ditch is what I'm trying to say. You've lost your perspective, so it is time to step back, breathe, again, Leo, and allow yourself to detach in order to gather the information from your senses and regain your perspective about the situation. Detachment does not mean you no longer care. It simply indicates that you are looking at things from a different point of view. It is an outlook that is not clouded by emotion, judgment, or attachment to outcome, but instead maintains a non-reactive awareness of things. The witness, the internal aspect of yourself that simply observes everything in your life, offers his or her eyes here. Through these lenses of pure awareness, you can examine all aspects of your experiences, physical, emotional, and mental, without denying anything. By doing so, you'll come to understand the greater perspective that is typically justified by ego, which allows you to see what is before you with a clear vision and open mind. And obviously the warning to be aware of that is that Spirit's asking you not to get stuck in that cycle, and they over and over and over again, it's reiterating that there's something better for you guys coming, and you just have to trust and kind of let go and let the universe do its job. And I think that it's ultimately taking everybody to their greater good, everyone with a conscious a conscious mind, and people that speak and act from their heart space. This is something to hold tight to, which is dance, the celebration card. So it's something that you guys want to keep with you or whatnot. The sacredness of any celebration is dependent upon the quality of the spirit that is present. The quality of the spirit is greater to the degree when you are fully present and with minimal ambitions about expressing your joy and happiness through physical movement. I don't care. I go out and I dance like no one's watching, like they say, because who cares? That's therapy for a lot of people, is going out and dancing. Mm-hmm. Focus on what you want to celebrate. Put some music on and dance, whether it be fast or slow. Sing a song while you do so. Dance party. We do that all the time with the kids. Sing a song, make one up as you go about what you want to celebrate. God's wish is to have everyone enjoy their time on earth, and part of this wish is to celebrate your capacity to be joyous and express this through your body. Whether in private or a small or large group of friends, let music, song, and dance be a part of your sacred ceremony, regardless of what you are celebrating. This is what Leo can learn to appreciate, and I think this came in your position and your reading maybe was blessings, rainbow, and the blessings that we have in our life. The Leo I was speaking of is sitting here with me. Rainbow. Grass. Come on, I got 2 more cards. Hit this chest down again, I'm pissed. So the storm has passed, and it's time to enjoy the refreshing beauty of this cycle. Even though it has been difficult to appreciate any sense of purposefulness in what you have just endured lately, you can now say, as they say, count your blessings. Don't look back at the brighter side, adhering to some academic mantra that has no heart or depth, but do so slowly and with genuine gratitude that is expected up close and personal. This is an ever-evolving process of life itself, and it is a blessing. An opportunity to exist as a human being on Earth, and especially right now, this is, I think, a very important time right now that we are existing on this planet, and it's important. The planet is a beautiful garden, even when it doesn't always appear so. Sometimes it is only when you look back at the memory of an experience you can truly see the blessings that have come from them. Bless your difficult and painful experiences and then let them go. That's what I think the main theme of your reading is, Leo, that whatever has just happened to you, or whatever shitty experience you guys have just gone through, you guys are warriors and you soldier on anyway. And it's, the cards are confirming that, spirit, your higher power, what have you, has your back. And just, keep your head up and keep walking, because you guys are coming to the end of a shitty phase like most of us are, and you're going to be beginning a new chapter very shortly. This is something that you need to stop seeking, and it's cave, sanctuary. So maybe it's telling you to stop seeking solitude. I haven't read this card yet. Maybe it's time to stop seeking, being alone all the time, and go out there and be around other people. There's a quiet, still place inside of you that will always be available as a sanctuary, yet finding such a space in the natural world will enhance and complete this internal space of peace. Whether it is a cave, meadow, a forest, or a seashore, or any other setting in nature, there's something you can see, hear, and feel the presence of the Creator in your surrounding, and let it become your temple for your heart and soul. Rather than having your computer, television, or any other man-made device or activity be your sanctuary, allow yourself to discover the perfect place in nature where you can simply be and breathe. Doing so brings the connection between internal and external, facilitating a spiritual communication that allows your being to be aligned in the dramatic and quiet revelry with all that is. In today's busy world, it becomes even more critical to set aside time for sanctuary, even if you have to schedule it. So it's saying stop seeking it, Leo. I feel like it's just saying stop talking about it and do it. Stop trying to, if you feel like you're forcing yourself to meditate, or you're forcing yourself to do something like that, you're working too hard at it. You guys just have to, there's no rules, there's no guidelines of being spiritual. You guys just need to let go and give yourself up to the universe if you want to find that spiritual rest. And finally, seek this. This is very odd. Fog and veiled. This is what Leo needs to seek.
Where is the kitty?
I'm hiding.
Hiding?
Yeah.
For who?
Alright, give me one more second, honey, okay? This is something you need to seek.
From that kitty?
No, from you, sweetie. You are immersed in confusion and uncertainty, and are unsure of if it will ever clear up. This is not the best time to make decisions, particularly any major ones. Know that this is a foggy veil that will eventually dissolve. Although there may be many ways you are unconsciously contributing to this state, the greater truth that this is simply a cycle that you are moving through, and that, like all things, this too shall pass. So yeah, I guess you guys should seek the knowing in that, because I've done 4 readings now for you guys for this month, and it said the same thing. You guys are coming through a shitty phase. You're almost to the end of it, and just, it's like the 9 of Wands, like in any other tarot deck. Just summon up the last of that stamina and courage and keep going forward, because you're about to complete it and you'll be grateful after. Allow yourself to feel confused. In fact, decide to be confused. No matter what attempts you make right now to make things happen or move in any specific direction, out of impatience and frustration, you risk creating more confusion and uncertainty. So be still and patient. Wait for the first glimmers of awareness to lift the veil so that you can see the choices before you, move clearly, and can choose to align yourself with the will of Spirit, okay? Leo, I think it's pretty clear for me anyway, for you guys. Just, you guys have to just, I feel like, lighten up a little bit more this month and choose to be more present and in your daily moments with people, and choose to realize that no matter what, the universe has their own timetable. We can do things that do put ourselves in a better standing or give ourselves better odds for, certain things, and we do have control over our life. But ultimately, if you're happy with, if you are, able to be happy with yourself and, those around you, you're gonna ultimately, all right, please, you're gonna ultimately lead a, I'm sorry guys, you're gonna ultimately lead a happier life, being more spiritually fulfilled also.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah, and put yourself out there. Don't keep, if you're hurt, talk to someone, because you guys are good listeners, and you need to have someone listen to you also, I feel like. So, Leo, I hope that helps a little bit, and I hope you all have a great November, and I'll see you later on. Namaste.